It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. And it's all up next.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin joined, as always, by Charles Davis. CD, it's been a tough few years here in Houston. 4-4-3. Those are their win totals the last 3 seasons. But in is DeMeco Ryans as head coach. What do you think he brings to the table?
And it's interesting you brought up the number 3 because DeMeco Ryans is the 3rd head coach in 3 seasons for this team. What he brings to the table: toughness, organization, and hope. He wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans, the team he played for.
Meanwhile, for the Browns, they come off a 7-10 season a year ago. Not great, but not a total loss either. Now, you think there are building blocks in place?
They are there. Look at what they did last year. Their pass defense was number 5 in the league. Their rushing attack, 6th best in the league. They have players. They have a system. They just need to put it all together.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the 2nd overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
In only 2 seasons, Stroud showed all he needed to at Ohio State. All-American, Heisman finalist, program records galore. He looked every bit like the number 1 overall pick. He went number 2, but Houston is thrilled to have him.
Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Stroud off the play fake. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Stroud working out of the gun. That's complete to Dell. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or 2, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I keep pressing it downfield.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Pierce with a motivated run there, and no surprise he's motivated this season after a late injury robbed him of a 1,000-yard campaign last year and potentially the Rookie of the Year. Even still, the 4th-round pick outplayed his slot with over 900 yards in 13 games.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Okoronkwo had a breakthrough when the Texans moved him from linebacker to the defensive line last season. Had a career-high 5 sacks. The Browns gave him a 3-year deal to try and unlock another level from him.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Woods will say he should have had it, and it's 3rd down. Stroud. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his 2nd season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
Just 6 games played for Watson in his debut season with the Browns, which really limited how much he could step into the franchise quarterback role for the team. But he gets a full slate to do so this season. Remember, his last year in Houston, over 4,800 yards. They expect excellence from him.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
From the gun, here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Watson, off play action. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's to the 15, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
No wasting any time here before hitting on a big play. And that was something this defense talked about having to guard against. Not giving up big plays in the passing game. But here's one on the opening drive of the contest.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This an easy one, 23-yarder. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Singletary with a good gain, and after 4 seasons and 3,100 yards in Buffalo, he signed with Houston this offseason. Welcome reinforcements for a ground game that was 2nd to last in the NFL a season ago.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Sure throw into the hands of Jordan. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Pierce on the counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be out of bounds as he he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. And Stroud now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Now it's Watson. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. 3rd down here. Back to throw, Watson. Incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Back deep is Tank Dell. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. complete. It's Collins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First and 10, it's Stroud. Another one caught by Collins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Woods, the receiver, in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Pierce has it knocked loose, but it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Will try to pick it up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Sixth ring is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down, and Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Here's 2nd and 3. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Takedown. 26 yards. And Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. The Browns set to take over. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Chubb will get the call, running left. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Chubb producing on that run, and he produces year after year for the Browns. Third in the league with over 1,500 yards in 2022. He quietly is in the top 20 all-time in both yards and touchdowns in a player's first 5 seasons.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football, but when you got a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, you'll take him each and every time.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now there's Will Anderson, the 3rd overall pick to bring him down. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Now Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Off of play action, it's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty. That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joel Bitonio. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Chubb. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 deep.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is brought in at the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of the game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Second down and a yard. To throw is Watson. A quick throw there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their route.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Texans scoop it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us, looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7. They go again with Pierce. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Watson now to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. Chubb on the counter. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Watson on 3rd down. That one to the right side and incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. But he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker. And that gives us a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this Texans defense stands tall. And now out comes Houston. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, it's Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run first down with Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Stroud. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Stroud to throw it. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this will be caught at the 33 yards that time. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. We were witness to a solid first half from this year's number 2 overall pick rookie, C.J. Stroud. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's Watson now on second down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start by running the option to the right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Third and 8. And Stroud now to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Stroud sets up the play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The throwing again is Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10. Hand off right side to Pierce. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. Peoples-Jones returning. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 90 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a 1st down as well.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb, he had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back line of scrimmage.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes they think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Anthony Walker giving that O-line fits. He gets in there to drop him. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
On 1st down, Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
Let's go. Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Stroud. That's into the hands of Woods. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Stroud on 3rd down now. They're going to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Stroud to throw it. Another one caught by Collins. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the ground with Pierce. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Stroud out of the gun here. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 56 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. How about this offensive line. They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins from 4 yards out. And the Texans are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
There's a short throw taken in by Bryant.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
2nd down and 4.
Here's Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And some room to run now. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They run it again with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Sheldon Rankins, former Saint and Jet, there on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Texans are going to get the football back at their own 17. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Stroud now on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Stroud off the play fake. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. A shotgun snap to Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 16. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Houston's offense taking over again. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Stroud working out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Pierce, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw is Watson. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To the air yet again, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Watson on first down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Again, it's Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this. Play it a little aggressive.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Another carry for Pierce. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.